Good morning, my dear students. How are you? I hope everyone is doing well. Inshallah, today we are going to continue our course book Global English 7. So please be prepared with your course book and workbook. Inshallah, today we are going to start Unit 8 together, which is about all living things. In this unit, we are going to find it's covered from page 62 till page 71. If we have a look here, that's on the first page, on the front page of Unit 8, we're going to find it, as we said, it's about all living things. And let's ask a question. What are living things? Anything exactly that's on earth, which we can call it a living thing, we're going just to identify, inshallah, today. In this unit, we need to know that some objectives you will be, inshallah, that's able to cover by the end of this unit. Like number one, you will be able to identify and classify animals into groups. How could you divide the animals into groups? Number two, we are going to learn how to describe a person in our family. Number three, we are going to know facts about polar bears and their habitat. Where do they live? Some fact files or some information about them. What do they eat? And some questions. Relating to the grammar part, we have two lessons, inshallah, in this unit. The first one, it's about how can I use so do I and so am I. The second lesson, we're going just to know how can we use relative pronouns. We're going to know what are relative pronouns and how can we use them. These are topics, inshallah, we will inshallah cover them in Unit 8. Let's start our unit together. So please open your book on page 62 and let's have a look here, that's on the first page. The word of animals. If I asked you just to tell me your favorite animal, so you are going just to think of this animal, where does it live? So for example, let's say that if your favorite animal lives in water or on land or in the air. So we have many types of these animals. And what or which group exactly, which group does relate this animal to? Like for example, is it a fish or is it, if it flies, so is it a bird or mammal or it's reptile, or let's know the animal groups, inshallah, today. We're going just to have a question or a game for a few seconds. So tell me about your favorite animal. If I ask you, what is your favorite animal? Okay, don't say it to anyone. I need you just to describe an animal without saying it and let others guess what is this animal. Like for example, I'm going to tell you an animal, okay, that's in my mind. So, or that's my favorite animal, for example. And try just to guess what I'm talking about. This animal, it has 4 legs and 1 hand. It's very big. Did you guess what it? This animal has 4 legs and 1 hand and it's very big. Till now, okay. Let me make it easier for you. It has 2 big ears. It has 2 big ears. Exactly. The animal I'm talking about is the elephant. Actually, this is trunk. It's called as a hand for the animal. So he has 4 legs, tail, trunk, or a hand, and 2 big ears. If I ask you, what is this animal considered as? Is it considered as a bird, or as a fish, or as a reptile, or a mammal? So if we look here, we're going just to find 5 pictures for 5 animals. But before know the animal, okay, we need just to know what are the animal groups. So we're going just to watch a short clip or video for the animal groups. How can we classify the animals? How many groups do we have? Let's watch this video and then we're going to discuss about the animals.
Animal groups written by James Bruliak. The target skill this week is comparing and contrasting, and that is when you tell how 2 things are alike and how they are different. The genre is an informational text which gives you facts about a topic. Animal groups. Fish, amphibian, reptile. Let's take a look at 5 animal groups. Bird, mammal. How are animals in a group the same? Fish. Fin, eyes, mouth, gill, and fin. Fish must live in water. Fish have gills that help them breathe in water. Fish have fins and tails. Those help them swim. Fish can be many shapes and sizes. Can you find a fish in this picture? Reptiles. Scales, tail, legs, eyes. Reptiles can live on land. Some like to be in water. Reptiles have scales on their skin. Many reptiles hatch from eggs. Snakes cannot walk. They do not have legs. This snake slides its long body on the grass. Amphibians. Eye, wet skin, legs. Amphibians spend time both on land and in water. They do not have scales. Their skin is wet. Amphibians hatch from eggs. Tadpoles hatch and grow to be frogs. Birds. Eye, bill, wing, feathers. A bird has feathers and wings. This bird's eyes are on the sides of its face. Many birds can fly. Some can run or swim fast. Birds hatch from eggs. This hen made a nest for its eggs. Mammals. Eyes, hair, tail, legs. Mammals can be many shapes and sizes. They have hair on their skin, just like we do. A mammal mom can make milk for its baby. Lots of mammals live on land, but some live in water. Did you know that you are a mammal too?
Okay guys, so I hope just you learned what I mean that from this video. So if we watch the video carefully, we're going just to find how many groups of the animals. Well done, we have 5 groups. Who can just tell me? The first one, fish. What flies? So birds. What can live in both, that's on land and in water, so it's called amphibian. Well done. Number 4, reptiles, and the last one, mammals. If we're going just to watch them again, and just let's discuss each one here.
Skill this week is comparing and contrast and how they are the topic.
So that's what I'm talking about. We have 5 groups. The first one, fish. As we know that any type of fish just which lives in water, it's called fish, and just we're going to know the features for each one. Number 2, reptiles, okay, like crawling. Number 3, amphibians, as we said, that's they spend time or they live on land and in water. Birds, that's the 4th one, and the 5th one is mammals. If we look here, that's at the first group, fish. What are the features for fish? What are the features? Or just, for example, we are going to find they have fins. And if we look here, fins. What is fin? And how can it help fish? For what? Exactly, this is like a hand, or that's like the hands for the fish, because just it helps them to swim. Number 2, eye, mouth, gills. Surely that we know eyes and mouth, for that reason just I skipped them. Gills. What's the meaning of gills? Gills, it's the part here that's on the sides of their face, the right and the left side on their face, and that's from this part they can absorb the oxygen from the water. That's called gills. And here that's the second fin for the fish. So it has 2 fins, as we said. As we have 2 hands. That's about the features of fish. Let's move to the second type. The reptiles. And what are reptiles? As we can say, lizards or crocodiles. And the features for them, they have legs, eyes, tail, and their body is covered by scales. Their body is covered by scales. That's the features of reptiles. Let's move to the third group we have today. It's about amphibians. Okay. As we said here, that they spend most time that's on land and in water, like frog. Okay. And they have here, the skin is wet skin, they have legs and eyes. That's about amphibians. Number 4, we talked here about birds. And the features of birds: eye, bill, wing. Surely that's the only thing, or the only animals who have wings, they are birds. And number 2, their body is covered with feathers. That's called feathers, not scales, not skin as we have. They have feathers. The last one, the 5th group here, the mammals. And the mammals, as we know, that they have hair, eye, tail, legs, like elephants, lions, okay, like people, for example. If we said that people, as the question, if you noticed at the end, are they classified as animal group or not? So the feature of the animals, that they produce milk for their babies, so they don't lay eggs, they have babies. That's for the animals. So for that video, just I hope that we covered the animal groups. As we said, that we have 5 groups. Inshallah, tomorrow we are going to study each one of these groups and their characteristics or their features. Thank you. See you inshallah tomorrow.